Hey everyone, Sophia here from my great challenge. Following a very unimpressive debut, I am back in what will become my Etsy processing center. I'll say it again, I am not finishing this room, okay? I am sprucing it up and making it functional so that I can come in, process my Etsy stuff. It's not a large space, but it's basically what I need. Enough to store my stuff and have a flat surface to take pictures and box. Once it's boxed, it goes into the garage, where I've always stored the stuff anyway. So yeah, what am I gonna do today? Today I'm finishing the painting, so I'm gonna do this entire wall, do the 2 coats, and then what I want to do is go upstairs, grab some of the stuff that Costway sent me. So I've received everything. They sent me 2 shelves right here. They sent me a dresser right here, and they sent me floor tiles right here. And today what I'm gonna do is probably set up the shelves. And I have to start doing placement. Where am I going to put things? I have other ideas. I'll talk about it as we go along. You know, again, this is not a awe-inspiring type project. I just need to finish one wall, paint everything, set up the shelf, put everything where it needs to be in order to be a functional space that I can just leave and go about my business, rather than having to repack everything or move it out of the way so that we can sit down and have dinner, for instance, if I'm processing stuff in the dining room. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Some of you are probably wondering, why am I not just doing that in the garage? It's not heated, and it's not climate controlled, period. So in the summer it's like 108 degrees in there, and in the winter it goes down to the 50s. No, not gonna deal with that. The boys are still somewhat living here. Willie definitely, Edward on and off, so I can't take one of their rooms. So really, that's the only space, and I'm gonna make it happen. I have a visitor. Hi, Le Chiffre. I'm going to make it happen, because I need this and I want this to work, and I will make it work. Right now it doesn't look like much, I get that, but trust, it will be a functional space where I can process my Etsy stuff. Let's get started. So quick recap, in the last video I did the ceiling with the fabric. That's easily removable if there's a leak, anything. I didn't want to finish the ceiling. Again, budget, and 2, this entire wall here is eventually going to come down anyway once we have the tank removed. And I also started painting this wall, so it has 1 coat. I'm going to do the 1 coat on the other wall. Then I'll grab a smaller brush and do the little intricate spaces. Then I'll do a 2nd coat, and then I'll be able to start with the shelving. And you know, as I'm going through this entire process, the gears are turning. I'm thinking about placement, I'm thinking about what I will need. One of my biggest issue is the big roll. I would love to be able to come up with some way of having it on a bar so that I can just pull the paper. Though lately what I've been doing for my wrapping is turning cardboard boxes inside out, so that way I don't have to wrap things. So I've been using way less paper, which is not a bad thing because that's economical, but I still need it. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way to put that big roll on a dispenser. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna do it because I really don't have. Actually, I do. That big shelf there, I think I can install a bar. Anyway, don't mind me as I'm brainstorming. And I'm not worried about, I'm doing a sloppy job, I know. I'm not worried about this paint on the floor. Because, again, that's going to get covered and it's a utility room anyway. What if I don't have enough room? It's a possibility. Well, then guess what? Then, if I don't have enough room to actually pack stuff in here, I have to come up with something else. But this could be the perfect space just to store the inventory. It will be clean, bright, organized. So either way, whether I can do both in here or just one of the two, which is storing and processing, it's worth my spending the time doing it, because that one shelf I have right now is full and it's in the laundry room. And I have ideas with what I want to do with that wall in the laundry room. One of them involves finding cabinets, you know, like kitchen cabinets for free on the Facebook Marketplace, which happens all the time. And I don't care what color they are because I can paint them. And add a counter on top of it and have an entire folding station. So we can have all the laundry folded there, and then the bottom part would be storage for other things. You know, like supplies for the house, whatever. And it's interesting because I was talking about that in a book club live on Patreon the other day. Because, you know, we always sidetrack our conversations. And Linnea reminded me that I did have a folding station in the basement for the clothes. If you remember, in the early days of this channel, I had built that thing to fold clothes that was basically made out of 2 bookcases. And then since I got rid of a good 70% of our books, I didn't need the bookcases anymore, and I didn't need that folding station anymore. But we do miss it. It was practical. So like I said, worst comes to worst, I'll have a really clean space to store my stuff. But I think I can fit both of them. And I don't care if it's tight. I'm not claustrophobic. I actually like enclosed space more than big open spaces, so I'll be fine. It'd be like my little, not a she shed. It's like a dungeon. I gotta come up with something. A she dungeon. Hey, progress is being made. I have 2 coats. I didn't want to bore you with the painting, so I just went ahead and did my 2 coats. So yeah, it's looking much cleaner and brighter. Again, I'll have those fake wood pads on the floor, so that will dress that up as well. And sheer curtains here with the little lights through. Same thing here. So the room itself is going to get a little bit smaller, but less ugly. I have to wait for everything to dry. What I'm going to do is have my lunch, and then when I come back, I'm going to start assembling two of those shelves. Well, the two shelves that I have. Remember, I got a third one. That's the one that's in the laundry room. And I'm going to see where I can fit them best, and then that's going to give me an idea of where I can put that dresser, because I have to measure from here to there. I have a feeling that the dress is not going to fit. If it doesn't fit, then I have to put it either here or I have to put it over there. I have to figure out how I'm going to do this, but the only way is to first see how the shelves are going to float and how I can get this room to be functional. But it looks much better once it's painted, brighter. Yep. I'm back, and as I mentioned earlier and in the first video, for this series and this particular project, I've partnered, I'm not sponsored, but I've partnered with Costway with regards to furnishing, and in particular shelving and storage. And I've done videos, reviews for Costway in the past. If you remember Willie's bedroom, the whole desk was from them. I also did a garden bed for my garden, a raised bed, which I really love actually. And now I'm going to partner with them for the shelving and the dresser, the storage unit that I'm going to add to this. So if you don't know about Costway, they are very affordable furniture. They're actually not bad quality at all. They are equivalent to what you would find at your regular stores. Oh man, these are going to be great because they're not wired shelving. So it's much easier to store stuff. And they're actually selling now at the Home Depot. So you will find items from Costway at the Home Depot and other stores, and they also have their own stores now. So I'll give you the links down below for the shelves and Costway's website, and you get a 10% discount if you follow my link. But you can also find out where the locations are. So I would encourage you to go check them out. They have everything household related. You can find sofas, armchairs, beds, desk, kitchen island, storage cabinets, sheds, garage shelving, which is what I have here. I'm trying to think. They got it all. Rugs, decor, lamps, ceiling lights, everything. It's like a one-stop shop, and they are good quality. So these are the shelves that I got, and the reason why I picked those is because you can actually split them. So instead of having a tall, okay, bye, a tall shelf, you can do two mediums. And the reason why I picked that is because I wanted to see if I could maybe use the top part of the shelf, if I split it, as a flat top, or add a piece on top of it, and that way I would have shelving underneath a makeshift desk, I guess we're gonna call it that way. So let's look at these. I'm gonna assemble one, give a fair review. As opposed to the one I have in the other room, I already like the shelves because they're not the wire type shelves. They are difficult to store things on. Stuff doesn't stay stable on top of them. These, however, are real sharp shelves. Perfect for garage, perfect for basement. If you store food in your basement, you know, if you have like a large quantity of food, like canning or whatever, perfect. And they also will not sag because they are, they look pretty sturdy. Okay, I think I got everything. The instructions look. Now the good thing is, again, because I was concerned about the sagging, it looks like every single one of those shelves is going to have a cross support underneath it. So that's perfect for heavy items, like, you know, sometimes I pick up heavy pottery items. That's perfect. Okay, let's assemble it. I don't think it's going to take too long. I just got to figure out how you do it. The only thing is that it doesn't seem that they have little screw feet type, so that I can, because the floor is not even, so that you can level them. So I'm probably gonna have to use a bunch of shims at some point. Okay, so I'm gonna do a tall shelf, and then maybe I'll disassemble it, we'll see. So you take those pieces, you see the notches here, you just put that in, and then you take your next piece and you're gonna push those in here like this. So that was the verticals. Now I'm gonna do the horizontals. You just put this one in here. They really are easy to assemble. Okay, behold the shop shelf by Costway. So here's one of them, and I'm gonna build the other one, but the other one, I'm telling you, I'm gonna split it in two. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna keep one here, or maybe move it a little bit more. I gotta think about it, but let me build the other one. When I come back, I'll have two, and then I can figure out where I'm going to put them. I am so pathetic. I really believe I'm the only one who gets excited about this. I'm looking at these two shelves and I'm thinking, oh my god, just with that, I've doubled my space for the inventory. Like whatever I have right now, I can fit on those two, and I probably would still have room. Granted, it's packed over there and it's like on top of each other. So I ended up keeping this one in full size because I realized that if I split it in half, which would be here, one, this is a little bit too low as a counter space. Remember, I wanted to use that as a counter space. And two, it would take real estate space here, and then I would lose this space over there that I really have nothing to do with. I'm not going to try to put some shelves into the concrete. It's too hard for me. There's some times where I have to realize that, you know, I got to do the best I can with what I have. So for now, they're like this. I have two this way, and the way they are, I can still access the electrical box, which is good. I am above the sump pump. When there is hurricane or we know we're going to be flooded, I mean, you know, we usually get a warning. If I'm really concerned, I can come in, empty out this shelf, move it, so we have access to the sump pump. The straight to the sewage system, we've opened it once in the 10 years we've been here, and that's when the guy, it was the first week we moved in, we clogged the toilet, he had to snake the whole sewage pipe, and he had to open that. That's the only time that thing's been open. So I don't anticipate it's going to be, let me knock on wood, just in case, open anytime soon. Now, positioning, because I still have a third shelf. Okay, that's the one that's in the laundry room right now. If I leave those two here, it gives me room to put that dresser here, and then on top of the dresser I can put an L shape. I do my pictures here, and I have room to pack. And then over here I'm going to do some kind of a cubby, kind of like the one where you put all your plates standing up, and all my cardboard boxes are going to be here. Here I'm going to have a pipe, a sturdy pipe, and my big roll of wrapping paper is going to be there. So when I'm wrapping stuff, I'm just going to be doing it here, and I still have room to move. I'm not going to be super constricted. I think that's what I'm going to do. But if I do that, then I don't have room for the third shelf. So maybe I'll just live with those two, because I think that's plenty. I can still put shelves here for more storage. Everything that has to do with wrapping, bubble, tape, all of that, I can put it inside that cabinet that I've gotten from Costway. It has a drawer and it has cabinets underneath, so I can stash that in there. I can also stash it over there. So I think it's going to work out with two shelves. Unfortunately, they're not any taller, but I can't go higher because of the low ceiling. That's the problem. So yeah, I do like them. Let me talk to you about the shelves, how much they can sustain in terms of weight, all of the applications, and then I'm out of here. In the winter, I anticipate that it's going to get cold. Okay, so the good thing is that I'm going to have those foam pads on the floor. That's going to help. And if it's really cold, what is it going to be, like 65, something like that? I'll bring in a little heater if I need it. I doubt I will, but I'm telling you, I'm going to make this little space so cute. I can already see artwork and garlands and little things, and then my inventory is going to be finally properly stored. I can't wait. I'm telling you, you're going to get sick and tired of seeing me posting stuff on Etsy. This is super exciting. Super exciting. I like the shelves. Thank you, Costway, for the shelves. Good stuff. Man, if you have like a finished garage, unlike me, you know, if you have an attached garage, you imagine an entire wall of those. Your entire household needs would be covered between the paper towel, the tools, beach stuff. Like, you could just organize so well with these. And they're really not ugly. They're not ugly. I don't think they are. I mean, what else could you ask, right? Storage shelves. Anyway, so that was video number 2. The next time you see me, I'll be doing sheetrock. They both have to go. This was just a test. I'm a little concerned with the third shelf. Clearly, it's not going to fit. If all my inventory, which I have right now, fits on those 2 shelves, which I believe it will, then that shelf, I can keep it in the laundry room and we can use it for supplies. Or I can give it to Ed because he does need one of those shelves. I put it in the garage. I mean, there's so many applications for shelves, right? Because I don't think, well, I know the third shelf doesn't fit, but I prefer to have those because they're not, again, the wire bottom. And when you have tiny objects that you're trying to sell, they get, you can't place them flat on the shelf itself. But this, great. Heavy stuff at the bottom. I'm going to be able to categorize all the glassware, all the china, all the cheese stuff, everything pottery. Oh. I'm going to get serious. I'm going to get serious about my Etsy shop. Yep. I can't wait. If lack of space is what's stopping you from starting a business, okay, there's lack of space and then there's lack of space. If you're in a studio apartment, I get it. But if you're in a house and you have like a little tiny nook like this, you can make something out of it, okay? You can make it happen. Don't let what appears to be a lack of space stop you from your dream. If your dream is to have a business, if it's reselling like I do, or if you want to have a little space where you can do beading and sell bracelet, or you knit and you want to sell scarves. I'm only talking about that because I'm back into knitting, and I'm enjoying it actually. If you're wondering how do I manage, I do it at night in bed instead of browsing the internet. Yeah, I do like 8-10 rows and then I'm done. Don't let things like that stop you, because if that's really what you want to do, you'll make it happen. I'm not just giving you some kind of like motivational speech. I'm telling you, if that's what you want to do, you will figure out a way to make it happen. Okay? And that's what I'm doing right now. I couldn't make it happen before. It was too much of a burden to do it the way I was doing it. It was not a turn off, but it was just too difficult and exhausting as a process. This is going to streamline everything, all of it, and I can't wait to start processing. You know, I wonder if they make chandeliers that are screw-on. Like that thing I have with the 5, like, it's not an octopus, but, you know, with the 5 different ones. I wonder if they have one where you can screw it on and it's a chandelier. You know, why not add some sparkle? Yeah. This is great. Okay. Thumbs up if you like this series and you're looking forward to what I'm doing next. Subscribe in the corner if you don't want to miss a video. And the Etsy shop, the link is down below, Frenchie and Tubby. Channel merch, another Etsy shop. That would be my great challenge gift on Etsy. And if you want to support my project, this channel, and a Patreon, you can choose to support my Patreon at patreon.com/mygreatchallenge, where you will find exclusive content not shared on YouTube. more intimate family stuff. If you're interested in that other aspect of my life, hop on Patreon. You are welcome and considered to be family. I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.